Get the number and those are other. And you're giving yourselves a hand because you folks are really the people who made it happen. Thank you. We were first authorized to collect signatures in November, I think 5th of 2015. We had to collect, I think we're required to have around 11,000 signatures to qualify this initiative to ban aerial spraying. As you know, because of a judge's decision, instead of just doing one initiative, we had to do two. We had to do the specific initiative to ban aerial spraying, and then we had to do another one to give ourselves the right to pass initiatives to regulate the spraying of herbicides. And so we've done both of those. Today we're turning in almost 15,000 signatures, so well over what we were required to. And we're pretty sure that's more than enough. We wanted to have a healthy surplus so that even if some of them aren't valid, that we'll have more than we need. When we turned in the local community self-government initiative, we turned that in a couple weeks ago. We kind of did that without a lot of fanfare. We were just wanting to get basically get a count. We expected to fall a little bit short. We turned in about 12,000 signatures for that. So all told, we're going to be turning in close to 27,000 signatures in Lane County, which is sort of a huge number, more than any of us probably thought we could do when we got started, but we did it. And thank you so much for all your help. I'm going to stop and sign a petition whether they agree with you or not. And we have a relatively small army of folks out here collecting them. The fact that we have this 27,000 signatures, it really represents a lot more people who support what we're doing. If every person that signs represents about 10 or more voters, we're talking hundreds of thousands of people that are behind us. So today, not everybody here is as familiar with what we're doing, so we're going to talk a little bit about what the initiative does, and why aerial spraying is a harmful practice, and then we're going to talk about where we are in our campaign and what happens next. And I'm going to turn it over to Michelle.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah. So we are the people who believe that we have the right to protect our health, safety, and welfare. Yes. Right? We're here because we care. We're here because we know that spraying pesticides on Mother Earth and on all her creatures is harmful and wrong, unjust. And the laws to protect that kind of activity are unjust. So we are the people that write the law that fixes that and says we will disobey unjust law. We will write laws that protect us. We have that right, and we actually have that obligation. We are standing on the shoulders of people who came before us, who did incredible, incredible work to provide us this forum. We have grandchildren and grandchildren's grandchildren to protect. We don't have really time to waste. This is our moment. And you here, being here, you beautiful people, oh my gosh. I mean, you are the inspiration for the work. We are the inspiration for the work. And it is a long mountain we're climbing. But we're not going away. We are here because we know we're doing the right work. I grew up in Oregon. I moved to the Coast Range in 1977. Bad manners. And I found myself embroiled in a really crazy struggle to stop aerial spraying. Aerial spraying persists to this day. It didn't matter how many letters I wrote to my elected officials. It didn't matter how much we protested at corporate headquarters. It doesn't matter because corporations and government are in bed together. So we, the people, when the government and the corporations don't listen to us, we quit talking to them and we talk to one another. We wrote a law that will protect us because it's a just law. It says we have a right to clean water, clean air. We have that right, and we're going to defend it. Why do corporations have more rights than we the people do? Why did they have more rights to do harm to us than we have to protect ourselves from that harm? Well, that's on us, and we are the people here who are going to persist and flourish in the face of corporate harm and government complicity. That's what we're doing here today. And just give thanks to all you good people. Oh, what a vibe! I'm going to hand over the mic to Lynn Bowers, who is our chief petitioner. Go, Lynn! Yay! Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Lynn Bowers, Chief Petitioner for the Lane County Aerial Spray Ban. In the spring of 2005, we were finishing up 5 weeks of Friday prayer circles at corporate offices of timber companies that we had identified as spraying near our homes. So I said to my neighbors, we need some sexier press releases. I says, how about we say we voted to close the airspace above our valley to forestry herbicide helicopters. And they say, oh no, you can't do that. You just can't do that. Well, just ask my sainted mom how telling me something couldn't ever be done ever worked with me. I never gave up on the idea in 13 years. So here we are, 15,000 signatures later, and every voter in Lane County will have a chance to vote to close the airspace above their homes. No more poison from the skies!
Thank you, Lynn. I just need to acknowledge Erin King, Waking, did bring up this morning 2 sisters whose shoulders we stand upon. That would be Jan Ronci and Audrey Moore. Those women dedicated themselves to the struggle. They're gone, but they are so right here in our hearts. And we give thanks for the inspiration that will continue till we're done. And there is no we're done. We know that we will pass on the baton to our kids and they will continue the struggle. But Audrey and Jan, this one's for you!
So in a little bit, we're going to go in and we're going to turn in these signature sheets. But before we do that, we need to talk about what's going to happen next. So the idea is we've collected enough signatures to put these 2 initiatives on the ballot for next May, and so we're going to shift from what we've been doing, collecting signatures, to actually having a campaign. And we're going to need all of your help to get the word out, because we don't, like Lincoln County is this relatively smaller county, and a small group of people can get the word out a lot easier. They just did a lot of flyering, literature, and so forth. But in Lane County, a county of this size, we're going to need everybody on deck to get the word out to a county of over 300,000 people, and that's hard. We're going to need to have a lot more public events, a lot more campaigning, a lot more walking door to door, and a lot more fundraising, because we need to raise the kind of money to run a campaign in Lane County. So we want to talk a little bit about the kind of things that you can do to help. So we still need to collect a relatively small number of signatures left for the local self-government. We probably have about 500 more to do. So if people don't have a clipboard, I have about 10 of them ready to go, all set for you to start. So you can take those home with you and go out and collect 40 or 50 signatures, and we'll be done in no time. That's just really the start. And then we need to get the word out. We're planning on having a lot more people doing house parties, and so that could be, having 5 or 10 people come for coffee at your house, or you could show them a movie like Drift or Behind the Emerald Curtain, and you can let those documentaries just really talk about the practice and how bad it is speak for you. Or if you want somebody to speak for you to come to your place, one of us would be happy to join you at a house party. If you get 5 or 10 people and they get committed to the cause, it can spread really fast that way. So that's a good thing to do, and you can sign up with us to get on our list for house parties. We also we have our monthly community rights action meeting the third Monday of every month, just down the road on Olive at the First United Methodist Church. We meet at 6 o'clock again. That first third Monday, and we've been meeting for literally a couple years, and that's where a lot of the work gets done. And if you're already coming, then your job is really to find 5 friends and drag them along and get them plugged in. And what else we got going on? We've got actually some. Oh yes, thank you. Actually, there's a handout on the table with the 5 things that you can do to help, and we'll give those out in a bit. The other thing is, starting up into a campaign, one thing that really helps to build awareness of this is endorsements. So it's other organizations basically putting their seal of approval on our initiative and saying that they believe in what we're doing. So we're actively seeking endorsements, and that's from environmental groups, social justice groups. It could just be neighborhood groups. It could be your favorite businesses. It could be your coffee shop. Any businesses. And individuals, and just movers and shakers in the community, thought leaders. Anybody that you think their name or their organization's name will help us. So,
can you give examples of who already endorsed us?
Yeah, so I'm going to let Michelle, she's got a better memory for all the endorsements.
Well, we have, we're building Mountain Rose Herbs, Oregon Wild, Stan Taylor from the Peace Center at LCC. Oh my gosh, Down to Earth.
Beyond Toxic.
Beyond Toxic.
350 Eugene.
350 Eugene.
Earth Keepers.
They got a bin because they're awesome.
350 Eugene. Awesome.
Sierra Club.
Not yet. Get the Sierra Club for us if you can.
Yes, we'll get Sierra Club going.
You know, it's going to take all of us to make this happen. If you want to know how to do endorsements, contact me. Get to me before we leave, and also sign up and I'll get to you if you can't get to me. But getting endorsements actually is a really easy sell. Hey, you want to help us stop sprays in Lane County? That is not an unpopular notion amongst people. So it's actually very rewarding work because it's usually a yes, a rousing yes. Yay.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's give a big thank you to Katya and Marshall who have done a tremendous job of volunteer coordinating and getting every signature verified.
Yeah, Katya and Marshall, a couple of local movers and shakers. Rob, you're going to round us up here, and we're going to walk into there.
I'm not sure if we're gonna have everybody go into the county elections office. I guess we could. I think it would be a first.
Yeah.
I've got to put the last final number on the count of the petitions, and off we go.
Anyway, give yourselves a round of applause because it's you who made this happen.
So we support that. Yeah.
Hello. Okay. We brought a bunch of our friends. We're going to give you a whole bunch. Okay.
Okay. We have to take it back there. And they're going to wait while we
If we'd come yesterday, Super helpful in giving us information as to how we can do this the right, legal, proper way. They've been great to work with, and we applaud them for their service.
Okay, are you all gonna wait?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you've kicked the hornet's nest.
And we've been kicking it for a while.
Just keeps getting stirred up.
Going out today if the certification.
Rain for herbal mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed her grace on thee, us and